Hello chess lovers. So today I'll be showing you a really an ancient but a crazy game which was played at the International Chess Olympiad at Malta in the year 1980. This game was between the former world chess champion from Russia, Grandmaster Garry Kasparov, with the white pieces, and Grandmaster Ligterink with the black pieces. He was a Grandmaster from Netherlands. So here in this game you'll get to see many crazy stuffs happening. So I hope that you will see till end. So, and if you are new to my channel, please subscribe it and press the bell icon in order not to miss my future uploads. So here Garry Kasparov with the white pieces opened up with d4. We have knight to f6 by black, c4, e6, knight to f3, and b6 by black. So here you can see the queen's Indian defense is on the board. We have g3 and bishop to g7, bishop to g2. So here we enter the classical variation, and bishop to e7, knight to c3, and now knight to e4. So this knight is really a monster at the e4 square, which is nicely protected by the b7 bishop. Here we have bishop to d2, just supporting the knight, and bishop to f6 by black. So here Ligterink just sets up pretty much a very good trap for white, because look at the white's d4 pawn. It seems to be protected by the knight on f3, but actually it's not. Here, if white is careless and play rook to c1, black can easily grab this pawn. Bishop captures on d4, and after knight captures on d4, we see knight captures on c3, which comes with an attack on the queen. And after bishop captures on c3, black will just grab this bishop on g2 and will be a clear pawn up for the rest of the game. So this game didn't proceed like this. So after bishop to f6, white just castled kingside, and black also castles kingside. We have rook to c1 by white and c5 by black. We have d5, white just wants to bust open the position. So e captures on d5, c captures on d5, and now knight captures on d2, knight captures on d2, and now d6. Here d6 is played just to prevent white from playing d6, and also black just freeing up the d7 square for the development of his knight. And here we have knight to e4, just a centralizing move for the knight. And here rook to e8. Also I would have to tell you guys that bishop to e7 was an alternative, but in our game we have rook to e8. And now queen to d2, just connecting the rooks, and now a6. This is just preventing the knight from jumping to the b5 square, because after knight to b5 there will be double attack on the weak d6 pawn. And here we can see a super aggressive move by Garry Kasparov, which can just destroy black's position very quickly. b4. And as I have told you guys that if c captures on b4, then just knight captures on f6, and after queen captures on f6, knight to e4 once again, which comes with an attack on the queen, and also there's a discovered attack on the pawn on b4. So that's a b4 is a temporary pawn sacrifice. So after queen to d8 and queen captures on b4, so here you can see that black's position is just demolished. Black's pieces are not doing anything active, and now black's pawn structure is just destroyed, and the weak d6 pawn is already attacked twice, and it's going to fall very quickly. So the game didn't proceed like this. After b4, black played bishop to e7, and now we have b captures on c5. We have b captures on c5, and now queen to f4. This queen to f4 is just preventing the knight from developing into the d7 square, since there is a double attack on the d6 pawn. And queen to c7 by black. And here white played knight to a4, which is just threatening to capture on c5, taking the advantage that the d6 pawn is pinned. And now queen to a5 by black. And now there is no pin. There is no a4, so white should react to it. But here white just ignored this and played rook to b1. Okay, so Garry Kasparov is saying that, okay, you take my knight and I'm going to take your bishop. But the problem is that white's d5 pawn is hanging. So here black just captured it, bishop captures on d5, and now knight to b6, which comes with an attack on the rook and also on the bishop. But now bishop captures on e4, which comes with an attack on the rook. So bishop captures on e4 is pretty much forced, and now rook to a7. And now it seems that black's position is just very nice. So guys, is it really fine? Is it really okay for black? Gary Kasparov didn't think so. So feel free to pause the video and find out what white played here. So I'll give you a couple of seconds. Ready? In here, white played knight to c8. Look at the aggressiveness, guys. Here, knight to c8 threat comes with an attack on the rook on a7, and as well as on the bishop on e7, as well as a double attack on the d6 pawn. And also the knight on b8 is temporarily unprotected. So there's an attack on the knight on b8. So, and now black has to be careful, because black has to decide that whether he can capture the knight or not. So I would like you all to pause this video once again and find out whether black can capture this knight or not. I'm giving you a couple of seconds once again. So are you ready? In here, black cannot capture this knight, because if black played rook captures on c8, then queen to f5 will be extremely strong. So this queen to f5 comes with an attack on the rook, and wherever the rook moves, for example the rook moves to the d8 square, then queen captures on h7, and now king to f8 and queen to h8 will be checkmate. So wherever the rook moves, there will be checkmate in 2. So here the rook cannot capture the knight on c8, and also black has to deal with all these nasty threats. So here black's position is just destroyed, and he tried his luck by playing knight to c6, and now knight captures on a7, knight captures on a7, and now I would like you to pause this video for the third time and the last time, so and find out what white played in this game, so that black will resign. Well, I'll give you a couple of seconds. Ready? So this is the last move of this game, and now Gary Kasparov played bishop to d5. So congratulations to those who have found this move. And here he resigned because there is nothing to do. This f7 pawn is brutally attacked, and now this pawn cannot be saved. For example, if black tries to save this pawn by playing rook to a8, then rook to b7 is extremely strong for white, and here there is a fork on the knight and the bishop, so black is already down material, and so here he'll be down more material after this move. So here it's pointless to play this game, and hence it was in this position that Ligterink resigned the game. So it's totally a crazy game for Gary Kasparov, and so this is all about this video. And now I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.